Alive. And I'm still alive. Very, very alive. Very, very still alive. You're watching No Pictures of Bird, a podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. Fuck you, Bill Burr. Fuck you, Francis Ford Coppola. We're getting to you. But first we're going to play, just for that little thing, we're going to play Google Maps. Let's play Google Maps, Francis Ford Coppola. Are you a pedo, Francis? Yeah. What was that movie you made, Apocalypse Now? Where's Martin? Where's Marty? Where's Martin Sheen? Where'd he go? He's like, can you make it quick at least? It's like, well, that just means you're going to get to hell faster. You realize that? Like, oh, fuck you. This is easily my favorite game. I love playing Google Maps. Here we are, just outside of Los Angeles, Thousand Oaks. Who lives there? Who lives here, I wonder? Yeah. No, in there. Who lives in there? Who lives in there? Okay. What have they won? U.S. Air Force. They've got themselves.
This is the AGM-114R9X, nicknamed the Ninja. This Hellfire missile is fired like any other regular missile, but on reaching its target, 6 rotating blades open up and cuts the target into pieces. No explosion, no collateral damage. This missile was also used to eliminate Al-Qaeda leader al-Zawahiri, who was standing in the balcony of his house. Nobody was harmed in the house except him. A brilliant piece of engineering by Lockheed Martin. On 26 February 2017, a missile strike killed Abu al-Masri, an Al-Qaeda terrorist in Syria. So what's so special? Well, it was a missile strike, but it had no explosion. The missile
Oh, that was quick. Must have already been on his way. How did we do that so quickly? Predator, was it a Predator? Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, U.S. Navy. Thank you, Mr. Tapscott. It was an honor. At least, thank you for your service. Hoorah! Oh, by the way, I might as well just do this right now. 5 families in New York, now officially designated a terrorist organization. That fell apart for you quickly, didn't it? Jeez. It was only like a couple of months ago you had like one of you. Donald Trump was a Lucchese. He's a member of the Lucchese family. Lucchese associate. He can't be a made member of the Lucchese family because he's not Italian. But he can be an associate. And that's what he was. They're like, cool, one of us is in the White House. Yeah. And then, how did that go? How did that work out? Not too good. Anyway. Talking about Bilbo. Yeah. So that scene, yeah, just because what happened at my end is like they gave us for playing Goodfellas, they gave us a copyright strike and they blocked the feed. So I was like, well, I don't take any chances, so I just started new feed. Yeah. And here we are. Anyway. That scene where Joe Pesci gets whacked in, that's what that, yeah, I'm sort of repeating myself, but for those just joining us here on No Pictures of Better podcast by Mr. Tapscott, I'm Mr. Tapscott. I'm not always the coolest one in the movies. Sometimes it's douchebags. So yeah, that was Bill Burr. That's the story of the assassination of Bill Burr. In that scene, Robert De Niro is Martin Scorsese. And Ray Liotta is Kitty Callahan. Kitty Callahan incognito. Yeah. Because she's lining him up. She's like, so you like fucking around with Mr. Tapscott. And he's like, yeah, that's Martin Scorsese. and we've lulled Bill Burr into a false sense of security with a sexy fan dance. Yeah. Bill Burr is gay. No, you, Bill Burr. Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, that was all just to sucker him in. That was all just a big fucking switcheroo. And then when the time was like, oh, we're gonna make you. And he so Martin goes, oh, cool, Son of Man's here, and he's legit. Wow, yeah, because he's like a staunch Catholic. He's a staunch Catholic, Martin Scorsese. But he's been suckered in by the Catholic propaganda, which is like, oh, just do whatever you want, and then in the last 2 minutes of your life, 2 minutes. In the last 2 minutes of your life, you say sorry, and you're off the hook. That's it. Which is incorrect, my friend. Well, he's not my friend, and that's why he is gold. That is morbidly incorrect. And so he was kind of like, oh, cool, Son of Man's real. He's a real thing, and he's got a podcast, and he's talking to Bill Burr all the time, and Bill Burr is connected gay. Friend of ours, connected gay. Yeah. And so he goes, oh, cool, Bill Burr. And he's like, Bill Burr's in the Bible, sick, yeah, woo. Fangirling off it. When in actual fact, no, it was a very cunning sting. Yeah, because Karen Hill, yeah, it's actually Aldous Harding, and so that was the thing. That's how Aldous Harding operates. She'll get in, she'll pretend to be your friend, and then at the last minute go and rip your head off. Yeah, that's her style. That's Aldous Harding's style. Yeah. So, oh, cool, a friendly snake. Yeah, it's friendly for some reason. Yeah. Don't fuck around with Mr. Tapscott. Anyway, so yeah, Marty's like, oh yeah, they're gonna make it, and they're all like, oh cool, hey, he's all like, you look great, you look great. Oh, I'm so proud of you. yeah. And then at the last minute. Yeah, and then and that was on the video. So, breathe out. I was talking to Bill Burr, because what was happening in the background was Joe Rogan got popped, Sam Jackson got popped, who's also a mafia associate. All the mafia, Dave Chappelle got popped. Oh no, Dave Chappelle hadn't got popped. So Joe Rogan got popped, Sam Jackson got popped. All the mafia, Hollywood mafia dudes, they all started getting killed. The Bill's like, oh fuck, and he realized, oh no, I'm fucked, and it's like, yeah, yes you are. Yeah. And Kitty goes, oh, yeah, no, you can pray to me. Let us support you, Bill. He's like, oh. Yeah. And then he got whacked, straight after that. And then we did that in that order on purpose. So whacking all the associates. So the higher-ups, who is like Al Pacino and fucking Martin Scorsese and fucking Francois Coppola, would like, oh, well, if they're all getting shot dead, and by France, yeah, he's gone. Yeah, already. Yeah. Well, if they're already dead, that means, oh no. And Martin's going, fuck, it's a switcheroo. Fuck, it's a smashing the phone. Fuck. Yeah. Apparently he did. Apparently, he literally smashed his laptop. It's like, fuck. Fuck you, no pictures of a bird. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because he was praying. He prays to Tara Bennett because he's like, oh, Mary, Mother of God. He's like, oh, wow, cool. She's a real thing. Yeah, awesome. I'm on her team for sure. Yeah. She's like, well, you would be if you hadn't committed around 85 murders. Yeah. Martin Scorsese. Fucking slimy cunt. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah. Anyway, so back to the story of Bill Burr versus Mr. Tapscott. So he's fucking around with me at advertising agency. And then I stopped turning up. To Meredith, and then he's always got one eye on me. Like wherever I go, he's checking my LinkedIn, he's checking my website, he's checking my work. Wherever I go, he's sending in fucking goons because the media basically is the mafia. That's what it is, almost exclusively. Yeah. No one in media is clean. Everyone is dirty. Everyone is in the mafia. That's why the CMO of fucking Optus was sending goons around to threaten me. You're a CMO, what the fuck? Because she's in the mafia. You're Gambino associate. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm working at Optus, and I write this story. Oh, and that's why I got that's why I was getting the traffic. Yeah. They must have taken it down. Yeah. Oh no, there it is. Yeah. So this is actually kind of also, this is in the Bible. This is the Last Supper. So this has been entire event. So straight after this is in lockdown. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he had a thing about my car. Yeah, it was after that, wasn't it? Yeah. He had a thing about my car. Yeah, so first he popped the tire with the screw, and then he arranged. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, then he fucking arranged to Yeah, so basically I wrote this when I was working. Yeah, 13th of January 2021. So the only way to get back to South Australia. So this is when lockdowns just lifted up. And the only way to get back to South Australia, I didn't want to pay $1,000 for a return flight. The only way to get back to SA was to drive. But you couldn't go through Victoria because Victoria was still locked off. So I drove out to drove out to Broken Hill and then south. So straight west and then straight south. It was a 2-day drive and it was fine. Yeah, but yeah, it was alright. But so I just basically spoke about what I listened to. Yeah, and he got a mention. Yeah, so I mentioned him in this story. And as far as I had no idea he was fucking around with me. And then that's Kitty Callahan. Well, that's why I put him on your playlist, bro. I was pushing, yeah, Kitty Callahan saying that's why I was getting you to listen to his podcast, because he was fucking with you. I was sort of saying like setting you up, starting the setup for this moment, because that was the last supper, because that was the last Christmas that I had in Victor Harbour, and that was actually that drive back to South Australia. And then as soon as I left South Australia, well, as soon as I left New South Wales went into lockdown again. And so I was stuck in South Australia for like 2 months or 3 months. And while I was there, I was staying at my parents' house. And it actually wasn't that bad. But it was the last Christmas that we had together as a family before my mum passed away. And then that was like, yeah, there was a lot. Yeah, so it was 13th of January. So that I wrote that story. So I drove back just before Christmas, had Christmas, and then I was still in South Australia. And then I published my story the 13th of January. Around that time is when I wrote the letter to Meredith. And so that was the Last Supper. And so that's why Bill Burr he's one of the apostles who was at the Last Supper, because I mentioned I was listening to him in the podcast. In the drive, I was listening to Bill Burr. Yeah, and I had no idea that he was the Gambino goon. He'd been fucking around with me. But before that, so he had one other thing to do with my car. Before that, he'd arranged it, because this is one of the Zertzazum things they can do. He made a couple of calls and said, how can we fuck around with Mr. Tapscott? I know he's got a white car. I know he drives a car. And he was like low-key trying to say, like, oh, you have to go back to Melbourne. You have to go back to Melbourne and have a girlfriend. But at this point, I think it was just an ego thing. He was like, no, you have to do what I tell you. I think that's what it was. So because I'm ordering you to move back to Melbourne, and so you have to do it. And so he knew they were bugging my calls. And at this point, this is when ASIS and ASIO and all those fucking goon squads. Yeah. This is when ASIS and ASIO started bugging the shit out of me. Like, who is this guy? Like, sticking microphones up my ass and like bugging my apartment and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. But one of the things he did, so he picked up the phone and started making calls. And this is where Arnie Meredith and James McGrath. So Bill Burr was watching No Pictures of Bill Burr when I was slamming the shit, bang, bang, out of fucking and Keogh, James McGrath, Arnie Meredith. Bill Burr is connected to all of them. He knows all of them. And so he arranged, he's like, well, who can we get? So Mike Burgess, James McGrath put him onto Mike Burgess. Mike Burgess connected him to ASIS. And ASIS said, well, we've got this technique we can do that we can get people, we know about, like we can time drivers. We'll set up a situation where he'll get into a crash. And so they parked a big van behind me, so I couldn't see out the blind spot. And then they were driving cars at exactly the right pace, just cutting laps around the block. So that, they engineered a crash basically. So that when I pulled out, I'd sideswipe someone. Fuck. Yeah. And then anyway, so I sideswiped a taxi, like, fuck, like, and I just like the nose of the car, went like dented a panel, and I was like, fuck. It was a taxi as well, so I didn't just have to pay for and because before that, my dad, Chris Tapscott, rung me up and said, like, we're really worried about you not having insurance. And so that was actually Bill Burr as well who arranged this. Yeah. So Bill Burr fired James McGrath. Who was it trying to fuck with me? Unbelievable, right? Bill Burr fired James McGrath. So Bill Burr said, all right, to fuck around with Mr. Tapscott. And he was doing other shit at work as well. Like, he was getting people to be mean to me in meetings and stuff. He was like, give him shit about not having kids, give him shit about not having a girlfriend. And he was connected to the Dan LaCase thing, where the guy goes, like, in a meeting, he says, like, learn yoga. Bill Burr was across the learn yoga. Yeah, he's like, you should learn yoga. I'm like, no, fucking something. And I pushed him back. And then he was connected to that. Yeah, I pushed him. I was like, fucking, what have you been up to? Like, doing yoga down at Bondi. You know? Fuck no. And he goes, and that was Bill Burr. That was him like, I'm sad. You made Bill Burr sad. I'm like, I don't know. Why wouldn't Bill Burr just say it? Why is Bill Burr talking to me? Fuck. Anyway. So Bill Burr made phone calls back to South Australia, got my dad to ring me up and say, it really concerns us that you don't have third-party property insurance on your car. What if you have a crash? And I was like, I won't have a crash. And then I knew straight away, Kitty Car was like, they're stitching you up. They're setting you up to have a crash. And then I said, like, And I didn't realize it was Kitty Car. So fuck. I realize now that I'm definitely going to have a crash. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. And then, they arranged that. They blocked off the blind spot. They parked a huge van right behind me so I couldn't see. And then they sent cars at just the right pace so that eventually I go, and it was an ASIS goon, and he is gone. Yeah, fuck you. No pizza in bed where you went, you're deleted. Yeah. Or, no, we're accommodating him. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. No, but that's the thing. It's like, just for that? Like, but no, if you're doing that to me, what else have you done to other people? If you're a professional fuckstick, it's not that just that one thing that you've done. You must be, and immediately it's like 18 murders. Yeah. You're an ASIS goon. Doing ASIS goon stuff. So fuck you. Yeah, because he's now in hell. Mercy, Father. How about this then? Just hold on the heat. Yeah. Satan. Who would have thought he'd be mean? Oh dear. Anyway. He can hear me laughing at him. He's suck shit. Because it cost $9,000. I'm not a rich man. I was never a rich man. Yeah. And you're like, he's got money in the bank. What can we do to A, fuck with his car, and B, get rid of his money, steal his money, is arrange a fucking crash. And then the panel beater, Steve-O's Tire and Auto, Steve Johnson Tire and Auto, like not to be confused with Kitty Gallion Tire and Auto, is Gambino controlled. So they take $9,000. Yeah. So it was that as well. That was Bill Burr that arranged that. Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, and Tara Bennett, Earthly Tara Bennett, I remember that. Yeah, that was Bill Burr, Tara. And there's more. I'm about to reveal more to you specifically that you aren't aware of yet. She's like, okay, I can guess though. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's like, oh, he's a creep. Yeah, what a fuck's it? Yeah, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. So he's on the truck apparently. Oh, sorry, Bobby. You can't hear me now, but oh, you can. Yeah. Okay. Fly space magic again. You're going to Guantanamo, Bobby. Fuck you. Um, anyway. What was I about to say? Yeah. So anyway, Bill Berry done that, and then after that, because I had no idea what Bill Berry was fucking with me. Yeah, it cost $9,000 to fix. I didn't have a lot. I was never a rich man, but I had some money in the bank finally. After fucking struggling for 20 years trying to be a creative writer, finally had some money, and then first thing that happens, Gambino Green's like, Darren Brown. Yeah, dog shit. Anyway, AFP and Australian SAS are watching the whole thing. Because I've always been on their radar, and then they've been like, oh fuck, like Nick Tapscott is hectic. Because they've always had eyes on me. They've been watching me like go to Meredith, go to Meredith, B, take it over, and C, then destroy the whole thing. Like to avoid being captured. Like basically, like, oh fuck, and then they're reading the Bible and things like, this could be this type of shit is hectic enough that this could be the guy. Because all the military's been like, because yeah, it's like, like if someone finds the Ark of the Covenant, if someone uncovers the Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant, and it's like no army can stand before the Ark of the Covenant, like, you know, obviously, and MK Ultra, like. CIA have been trying to uncover the fucking Son of Man. Like, you know, everyone's trying to get their hands on the fucking Son of Man. And the Australian military and the AFP go, he could be the guy. Like, and they're kind of like, we're pretty sure he's the guy. Yeah, we're pretty sure he's the guy. Yeah, the Australian SAS are now saying right now, it's like, no, we figured it out pretty much around the same time the Turbo Base did. Possibly even earlier. Not really. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, we could see you work. We saw you working on the coffee machine, and like you worked the coffee machine like a warrior. Yeah, there's like that natural flow, and then you wouldn't take shit from anyone, and you're a psycho. Yeah, you wouldn't take shit from anyone, and you're completely fearless because you're deep in the heart of Andromeda controlled territory, and you still were telling their daughters to go fuck themselves. Like, yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, so they'd figured it out. It's like this is the guy. This is a guy. This is probably the guy. And then yeah, Turbo Waves were kind of like oh, he's one to watch, but they didn't know it was the guy. And then the Dark Throne was like, Tyler's like, that's him. That's Shiva the Destroyer. Because he's all about the dancing. Yeah, because it's the balance and balance with the universe. Yeah. Yeah. And so yeah. So the Australian military now says like they already kind of knew. What did I start talking about? How did I get onto that little fucking side note? Fuck you, Bill Burr. Distracted me from Beyond the Grave. He's not in hell anymore, by the way. It was just to let him. I could be fuck keeping him around, to be honest. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what I was saying. Little help, Kitty Callahan. It's like, nah. Oh, Kitty, you're on your own, bitch. Anyway, then, well, whatever I was talking about, I'm sure it was the best thing I've ever. What I was about to say would have been earth shattering, but unfortunately not. Anyway, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I had no idea that it's Bill Burr, but AFP and SAS are watching it, and it's like someone's fucking around with Mr. Tapscott. They've figured it out. They figured the whole thing out. They figured out that it is, in fact, Gambino associates, namely Bill Burr, who are fucking around with Mr. Tapscott. I mean, they go, they start mapping the whole thing out. Like, well, if the 5 families of America are fucking out with Australian citizens in Australia, we need to take action. Okay, let me go step backwards. Yeah, go back to the Last Supper. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, that when I went back to South Australia, I was listening to Bill Burr, the podcast, and driving. And then that last Christmas with my family, that was the Last Supper. And that's why Bill Burr is one of the 12 apostles, because he was at the Last Supper. In that, I was listening to him around that same time. And that's where I shared the cup of Christ. So that's why the letter to Meredith is one of the cups of Christ. There are 2 cups. Wet up 2 cups of blood. That's actually a reference to the 2 cups of Christ. The first one is the Holy Grail. It's the cup that contains, the wooden cup that contains the water of Christ. So that's my CD with jokes in it because it's got my achievements. And if you drink that, if you read the CD and go, oh, cool, this guy's cool, you'll live forever in that. At least if you pay attention. Because if you just do that, oh, I read your CV, pretty cool, but also I'm a pedo. No, you're getting deleted. Yeah, you'll get fucked up. Yeah. But if you, and then the second one, that was me, like that letter to Meredith. This is my body and this is my blood, and I was sharing it around. And so that's when I read the letter to Meredith. Yeah. I was saying track backwards. I'm distracted. Something's going on. Bill Burr, more fucking around. I wish I could just because I can't fucking remember. I can't fucking remember what I was talking about. Talking about Tara. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Now, also before that period, this is when I was hanging out in the shop. This is when I was hanging out with Tara in the shop in that period, from about 2020 to that lockdown when I went back to South Australia. That was me and Tara hanging out. During that lockdown, that was when I was hanging out with Tara. I was going to the shop 3 times a week. Or 4. It would just be me and Tara in the shop. And we'd just spend like 4 or 5 hours just talking, just hanging out and talking. Yeah, it was like, we're clicking and I was having an amazing time. And I was very in love with her. But one of the things that I did when I was in there was this. And many of you have already so many of you already know about this, but I wrote this story about her. Maybe it's not over. Yeah, it's Bakari. So I wrote that about her and put that on the internet. And the reason I did that. The reason I did that is because I was low-key trying to tell Melbourne, fuck off. Like, I'm not interested in any of your fucking mafia associate dog shit Nazi bitches. This is what I'm talking. I'm talking to this lady. And what it did though was it put Tara Bennett on their radar. And so she was kind of already on their radar. Yeah, there was one where it had a picture of her holding her dog, but I can't see it. Might have been the social post, yeah. Anyway, they're trying to find the photo because it's good. It's a good photo. That's right. Look. Someone told Bill Burr is a spastic. Anyway, there's a really cool photo somewhere. I think it's just on their Facebook thing. But it's basically, we can just try and find a photo of Tara. Yeah, we'll just do that. So basically, I wrote that story, and there's a, because obviously Tara Bennett is very beautiful. Yeah, that's my favorite photo. Yeah. Okay. So I wrote that story. And then I was kind of glad, to be honest, that like this sort of had some photos there, but I didn't want to like spread it around that Tara looks like Tara. But basically it was like one of these photos she gave to me and we put, yeah, look at that one. That's a great one. Tara Bennett. Yeah. You stupid bitch. Yeah. It was something like that. It was like Tara together with Bakari. Tara Bennett hanging out with Bakari. And I did that. And so while Bill Burr was fucking around with me, I wrote that story and put it on Optus. And so that was before I wrote that road trip story, because that was when me and Tara were hanging out. And that was part of mine. It was a bit sleazy. Nah, because I just like, hey, like, because she fit the profile. I was like, well, cool. Let's just profile this lady. Because like, well, you use data, like you run a website and you've got a cool shot. So maybe I could write a story about you from Optus All Connected. Or I'll just interview you and then just write it out as a transcript. And that could be a story because you're cool. You got good ideas and stuff. And she's like, yeah, sweet. And then, as a bonus for me, wink, I'll get to spend some FaceTime with you, And I was kind of sort of like strategically doing it because I knew I was getting bugged by losers. I didn't realize it was Bill Burr, the Gambino enforcer. A, I didn't realize Bill Burr knew who I was. B, didn't realize he was a Gambino enforcer. And C, I didn't realize that Gambino crime family would give a shit about a copywriter from Sydney. Why? Like, more to be revealed. So, yeah, so I did that. And then, like, yeah, everyone at Optus saw it, and Bill Burr saw it. He's like, he's like taunting me. He's taunting me. Me, the mighty Bill Burr, the Gambino enforcer / comedian. / a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he's taunting me by saying, yeah, and it's like, yeah, basically, yeah. Nick Tap's got, and that's where she's a stuck-up bitch started. Because, like, I just come from a music festival where there was one festival where I was like, fuck you, Melbourne is shit, and fuck you, you are all fuckheads. And then a year after that, I turned up and went like, well, I'll just do, okay, if you're going to act like that, I'll just wipe out the whole fucking thing. I'll just destroy the whole thing. I'll, like, burn every fucking connection I have to this festival and just leg it. And you never see me again. Hopefully. Unless I'm coming around to kill you, which is what's happening. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So I put that story out there. And they were like, well, yeah. And now it's like a point of pride that Nick Tapscott has to move back to Melbourne. Because the Gambino, it's an order from the Gambino crime family now. Yeah, and so that's it. It doesn't matter. where I live doesn't really matter that much anymore. Now it's more about the fact that I've refused an order from the Gambino crime family. But I knew as well, because I was like, well, how am I still alive anyway? Because I knew in the back of my mind, I was like, well, obviously I'm being protected by someone. Because I should be dead. Because I was openly in Melbourne, I was openly just robbing them. I was just like fucking sticking bundles of, like taking handfuls of cash out of the till, like sticking them. It's basically like, yeah. But fuck them. Yeah, and the AFP knew that, and they're like, good. Well, he got his super. Like, yeah, that was his super. I mean, entitled to super anyway. They never paid me super. Yeah. And that's why they've got such a stick up their ass about me asking for money. It's like, well, if you want me to do pictures of bird, you got to pay. And they're like, no, we're not paying you, because it's like a point of pride. They can't admit that I've beaten them. Yeah. So I put that story up about Tara Bennett. Now, not only does Bill Burr see it, but Rose Byrne sees it. Oh, and this is fuck, what a bitch. Yeah. Someone just got popped. Yeah. Okay, pretty much. I'm now being informed that pretty much all of the Gambino crime family are gone. Yeah. And the Lucchese's, yeah, they're all gone. We just checked them out. Yeah. Like, these bastards. Yeah, so this chick. So, that's just a coincidence. All right. So, she saw it. She saw the thing, and she did her own research. She looked into it. And she's gone, by the way, and we popped her. And she actually has like a studio. She's got an office. It's not a studio. It's not like a movie studio, but she's got a production office in Surrey Hills. Because Rose Byrne is actually a Gambino associate. So her husband is this cunt. And that's why they've been in ads together and stuff. They've been in like the real estate ads. Yeah. Realestate.com or whatever the fuck. Yeah, domain. Yeah. So Rose Byrne sees the story about Tara Bennett. And she immediately goes like, she's a suck up bitch. And Rose Byrne is a Gambino associate because you have to be to work in fucking. So she shot two hands, and she's actually connected to the murder of Heath Ledger, by the way. Because Heath Ledger was an Anzac legend, and that's why he got murdered. Because he went to New York. He was like an Anzac legend, and he was about to win an Oscar. And word was getting around that he's this Anzac, this Aussie, who's making sick movies, and he's like really handsome, and he's got star potential. And so immediately the Gambinos tried to suppress him. And when he said the same thing that I said, which is fuck off. But unfortunately, he was in New York and therefore didn't have the same protection. Like if he was in Australia, he'd never get whacked if he stayed in Sydney because the Anzacs would have looked after him. But he was in New York, and so he was sort of like out of reach of the Anzacs. Like we couldn't protect him. And so he got whacked by the Gambinos, basically, for not playing ball, for doing what I did and saying, like, just fuck off. Like, fuck off. I don't work for you. I don't want to work for you. And I don't know you. And I don't like you. And go away. Like, yeah, why do I need your permission to have a career? Like, because we're Gambinos, basically. We'll kill you. Yeah, and they did. So Rose Byrne, who starred with Heath Ledger in fucking Two Hands, which is shot around King's Cross, sold him out, basically, because they approached her and said, if you play ball with us, we'll give you a career. And she said yes, instead of saying what she should have said, which is fuck off, because she is an Anzac. And Susie Porter, she's also connected to this. Yeah. Because Susie Porter was the same. So basically, she was like, she lived around King's Cross. She was in Two Hands as well. So after Two Hands got made, and Brian Brown, he's Gambino. After Two Hands got made, it was like a gritty crime movie set around King's Cross. It was popular in America, especially for Heath Ledger and Susie Porter and Rose Byrne. It's like, oh, who's this young crop of talented Aussies? Gambino's like, let's get in there. Susie Porter and Rose Byrne were both corrupted. And that's why they both deleted immediately. Yeah. As soon as it popped up, I was like, okay, you're on the list, bitch, because fuck you. And so so Susie Porter was providing intelligence on me to Bill Burr. She was a Gambino spy. And so she was like, oh, sorry, I'm at the cafe again today. Yeah, doing the Wordle on your phone. That's that line from the Can't Do That When You're Driving. That was Bill Burr that put that line in. I know that you do the Wordle on the phone when you go to the cafe. Yeah. Susie Porter provided that intelligence. Yeah. Yeah. And Tom Martin as well. That's why Tom Martin was there. Because I always used to see Tom, who was Moses in the Bible. And that's why he got popped just for doing this espionage. And I'd always go there for a coffee in the morning, and I'd see Tom, and this cunt again, like, just fuck off, dude. He's like, well, yeah, like I'm not talking to you, bro, because like you're connected to whoever the Melbourne goons are who keep bugging you, and like whoever the goon squads are. I know you're connected to them, and anything I say to you, you're going to say to them, and I don't want them to have any information about me. So fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, dog shit Nazi spy, basically. Goodbye. Like, good riddance. Bang. Like, yeah. Yeah, so the lesson is there. He's like, God's not afraid to pull up behind the ear of fucking Moses if Moses fucks up that badly. Stay out of the fucking tent with the Ark of the Covenant, you bitch. Put a bronze stick, okay? And then, like, just look over there for me for a second. Bang. Like, yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. Spastic. Anyway. Yeah, I'll probably read the secret, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. Yeah. Anyway. So Rose Byrne reads the story and goes, like, and she goes, she's a stuck-up bitch. I'm a Gambino enforcer. I'm eyes like, how many she? Yeah, she'd done 3 for the Gambinos. But that little production office that she had in Surrey Hills, that was like a fucking Gambino police station, basically. Secret police station for the Gambino crime family. Bobby Cannavale was a Gambino, and that's why they partnered him up. They said, you are hooking up with Rose Byrne. Because we need eyes and ears in Surrey Hills in Sydney. And they didn't really give him a choice. They said, like, nah, that's what's happening. You're hooking up with her. And it's like, well, it's not the toughest brief. Like, she's obviously hot. But at the same time, it's fucking creepy as fuck that a fucking 5 families, the Gambino crime family would, like, just go, like, you're marrying her. That's it. Like, yeah. And if you don't do it, we'll kill you. Yeah. So that is when, after I wrote that story, and I remember Tara saying this, it was, oh, yeah. You know that actor? Like, because he's in Boardwalk Empire. I've been watching Boardwalk Empire. So, oh, yeah, the one from Boardwalk Empire. She's like, yeah, that's him. I Googled him. It's like, this guy? She's like, yeah, that's him. Yeah, he came into the shop today. Because Bobby Cannavale, on the orders of Rose Byrne, so Rose Byrne saw the story. She's like, you should go into that shop and intimidate Tara Bennett for being pretty and nice and making good candles. So, fuck you, Rose Byrne. Rose burning. Yeah. She can hear me right now. Hey, Rose, how you doing down there? Yeah. I hope you're enjoying your time with Aldous Harding. Yeah, she's enjoying her time with you. Here's 2 more. Bang, bang. Yeah. Anyway. Don't fuck around with Mr. Tapscott. Don't fuck around with Tara Bennett. Fucking around with Mr. Tapscott is one thing. Fucking around with Tara Bennett, that's a whole next level of, yeah, you're not safe in this life or the next one. Like, you got nowhere to go. Yeah. Yeah. Bobby Cannavale's got somewhere to go. He's on his way to Guantanamo Bay right now. How long are we going to keep him there for, do you reckon? 10 years. 10 years. I just feel sorry for the guy. He's going to be in Guantanamo for 10 years. So, Bill, simultaneously, meanwhile, in Hollywood, Bill Burr reads the story as well. He's like, wait, Nick Tapscott is not only not moving back to Melbourne, And not only refusing my, creepy advances to talk to him via surrogate constantly, to talk to him via subordinates. And that's why, he read that line. I had that line in the letter to Meredith that said, "Stop hiding behind your subordinates, you fucking cowards." And he read that and he went, Billy bitch tits, like, nearly popped him. Yeah. Well, we did pop him, but he nearly popped himself. Like, blew a gasket. He's like, I should be allowed to do that. So that's why the letter to Meredith, there was actually a letter. I didn't realize it, but the letter to Meredith, which I wrote at that last supper. So that was in that. I went back to South Australia. It was A, to go back and see them before lockdown ended, and B, to help my parents move, because my dad built a new house because my mum was in a wheelchair because of Nazis. So these are separate incidents. These are the two they are separately fucking around with my family. The Gambino crime family ringing up my dad and going like, "You should get it." That's separate to Joe Biden. That's separate to the other Nazis. So they're just copying. Everyone is just like piling on the fucking Tabscots if you go. Yeah. Spastics. Yeah. So anyway, I went back to South Australia. That was the last supper because that was the last time we were together for Christmas. And after that, that's when I wrote the letter to Meredith. What the fuck is going on? And because that was part of the reason. That was part of the motivation. Because it was like, you should learn yoga. And I'm like, no. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, well, what have you been doing, Nick? I learned yoga. What? Yeah, doing yoga down at Bondi. Why? I can't understand why you fucking had it. Yeah, sorry. Anyway. Bill Burr read, not only is Nick Tapscott not moving back to Melbourne, not only is he like fucking slinging fucking, like, I'm throwing shit, he learned yoga. It's like, all right, fine, I'll learn yoga. He's hanging out with a pretty nice lady who makes candles, and also secretly, Bill Burr was literally gay for Nick Tapscott. He had a secret fucking creepy crush on me. Do we know this from human intelligence? Gross. Yeah. He was literally gay because Bill Burr was indeed gay. He was a gay guy. Bill Burr was gay. How gay? Well, he banged heaps of whores. He banged heaps of women as well. But he had like a secret fetish for getting pounded and blasted in the ass. Yeah. And we have heaps of intelligence. That's the Kitty Kyan isn't like watching. Ew. It's like, no. Like, well documented. Yeah. Was he a rapist as well? Of children? No, but dude, like, yeah. But like, if you want to work on this movie, you gotta fuck me in the ass. Pete Davidson. Gross, bro. And so he had a creepy thing about me. So he's like, and that's why he's like, Tara Bennett. Because it sparked his jealousy. Yeah, same with Mike Burgess. Mike Burgess was the same. He's like, Nick Tapscott has to have a kid. But actually, he had a fixation on me because he wanted to fuck me. Gross. Anyway, ladies, I can understand the pressure. Everyone want to bang you, try and kill you. Yeah. So anyway, and now AFP is saying, well, this is why, ladies. Like, no, it's not just women who have to put up with this dog shit. It's men. Yeah. And that Heath Ledger had to deal with it all the time, like creepy fucking Hollywood goons. Like, let me come in your trailer, Heath. You want to work on this movie? Yeah, exactly. You running that pretty mouth again, boy. Yeah. Prison sex. Yeah, exactly. Gay. Gross. Anyway. So yeah, and so that's Bobby Cannavale paid Tara Bennett a visit to size her up, pretty much. Yeah. Did he try and stand over her as well? Like, yeah, he did. Yeah. Like, did he say, like, give me money or something? Like, he did. What the fuck? What? In what form? Like, pay me cash. Bobby Cannavale of the Gambino crime family was standing over a provider store. Pay me protection. It was a protection racket. Boy, how much did you pay him? Like 10% of your takings. Unbelievable. So that's why it was a good thing. I was giving you cash. Yeah. Fucking hell. I'm sorry, Tara. Shit happens. So the Gambinos are running protection rackets in Australia. Yeah. And that's on top of the pictures of the bird. Yeah. And the Nomad's basically what pushed fucking Gambinos out. Like, yeah, pretty much. Unbelievable. And Bill Burr was part of that. Because he's a Gambino enforcer. Yeah. Fuck you, Bill Burr. So anyway, the headline is all of those Hollywood dudes, everyone in Hollywood, everyone you know, every name, every famous name that you know from Hollywood is a member, is either a member, is almost definitely a member of the Five Families. If they're not a member of the Five Families, they're an associate of the Five Families. Yeah.
The Osage, they have the worst land possible. But they outsmarted everybody.
Martin Scorsese's latest film, Killers of the Flower Moon, is a true story.
Gonna kill this heavy?
How'd you know?
Focused on a lesser-known moment in America's early 20th century history.
You know, you got nice color scheme. What color would you say that is?
My color.
In the late 1800s, the people of the Osage Nation were driven from their land, moved to a reservation in Oklahoma, where oil, black gold, was discovered.
Whose land is this?
My land.
In 1923, the tribe earned $30 million, spectacular wealth that became a magnet for crime.
When this money started coming, we should have known it came with something else. They're like buzzards circling our people.
A tale of murder and greed, the heart of Scorsese's film is an improbable romance between Ernest Burkhart and Molly Kyle.
Shomikasi. That's how you are.
I don't know what she said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
The genius behind Taxi Driver, Goodfellas, Raging Bull, The Departed. This is Scorsese's 27th feature film.
2 one, and then 2 the other all.
And sees the legendary director team up with longtime collaborators Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio.
I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
See, what about them?
See who's doing it.
Martin Scorsese, welcome to 7:30, and thank you for giving us a work of extraordinary genius.
Thank you. It's a nice opening line.
Now, in this story, envy and greed are the motives.
Now, the reason I played that is to draw the connection. So Sarah Ferguson of 7:30 is also a Gambino associate. She's a Gambino enforcer. She's committed 7 murders, and that's why she is gone. Yeah, Gambinos. Yeah, they approached her. It's like, well, you're on TV, therefore we own you. Yeah. Again, AFP wanted to say, see, it's the women. The women are worse. Like, yeah, Heath Ledger and Mr. Tapscott both went fuck off. But Rose Byrne, Susie Porter, and fucking Sarah Ferguson all went, yeah, cool. Yeah. And also, yeah. So, and Martin Scorsese. So that movie, Killers of the Flower Moon, that was Tara Bennett going like, bro, when Mr. Taps, because she knew, Tara Bennett knew, this is Tara Bennett Space Ghost. Tara Bennett knew that Mr. Tapscott was Mr. Tapscott. And when Mr. Tapscott, when the time was right, Martin Scorsese was going to fry. So she's like, well, let's get him to do one. Well, let's exploit him. Yeah. Let's get him to make a movie that's going to actually help us. And so Killers of the Flower Moon is us getting the Gambinos to say, like, this is the type of murderous scum that they are. Yeah. Because they are exactly like that. They are exactly like the gangsters in Killers from a Flower Moon. That's it. Like, they'll spot like a rich, just like in June, like a rich spice field. And now the hardcore itself is like, yeah. What did Bobby Cannavale actually say? So like, yeah, 10%. We'll do promo. Yeah, we'll promote your business, but implication. And Tara's obviously very smart, so she understood straight away what that meant. Yeah, 10% will promote you. Yeah, and then they didn't do anything. Yeah. Motherfucker. Just that on its own, that is enough for us to go to war with the United States, like declare war. Just that one incident. Just that one instance. One of your citizens has stood over an Australian citizen in Australia. We are declaring war on the United States of America. We can do that. Yeah. And they've got Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. So fuck you. Luckily for us, the Americans, most of them, agree with us. That's appalling behavior. That's atrocious behavior. Americans should not do that. That's not something that's not aligned with the values of the United States of America. And therefore, they were more than happy to help us take action, especially the military, because they know my family. They know Lindsay Shannon. They know Michael Shannon, who fought with him in Vietnam. They know Tim Shannon. Anyway. So fuck you, San Francisco. By the way, we nuked San Fran today. We dropped a tactical nuclear weapon on San Francisco today. Because fuck you. Pull that shit. Anyway, the other thing that Bill Burr did, yeah, so just wrapping up the Bill Burr chat, is, and I remember this, yeah, so after, and then I drove, and he had a boner about my car. He's like, you driving? You drive. I can drive places. Yeah. Fuck's it. Anyway. And so he's like, I'll fuck with your car. So he forced me to crash the car. He forced me to, like, he put the screw under the wheel, under the tire. And then apparently he did a thing, like he fucked it. There's something they can do that fucks with the battery. Like it's like they fire like a pulse weapon at it or something, and it causes the battery to go wow wow. And it kept fucking around the alternator, so I kept having to replace parts on it. He sprayed something on the actual car itself to fuck with the paint, like to dissolve the paint, erode the paint. And so in the end, like the car, because I didn't have off-street parking. And that's why, yeah, okay. And that's why when I got the BMW, that was a fuck you to Bill Burr. It was like, suck shit. He's going to get a better car. Yeah. He's going to get a better car, Bill Burr. Fuck you. Yeah. Because then the next car, yeah, it wasn't long later. It was like a year or two later. I got they got a new, like a may as well have been brand new BMW. There was like a sick fucking white hatchback BMW. That was better. And yeah, Bill Burr's like, yeah, everyone saw it. Everyone in fucking Sydney saw it. Yeah. And that was the Turbo Babe secretly going. Because, yeah, secretly, no, whatever you do to Mr. Tapscott, whatever you take from him, he's going to get 10 times better. Like, yeah. Because fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, to get my, and then in the end, I had to sell it. Like, I had to take it to a record because there were so many little things wrong with it that it was like, I can't be fucked. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Gambinos, the 5 families, the Cosa Nostra operational in Australia, as well as a fucking SS, and they goes as if that's not bad enough. Who's next? What else? Who's next? Anyone else? Like fuck. South Korean gamers like, oh yeah, yep. Fucking hell. Okay, good. Switzerland. All right, no, fuck you. Even just for that, it's like we understand. You know, do you understand? Well, let's make sure. Let's just triple check that you do understand. You fucking bastards. they formally communicated because they heard it's like, just communicate. Don't send dog shit emails to me, you fucking losers. And yeah, apparently they've reached out to the Australian consulate. Well, thanks for that. And just to make sure that, this is my acknowledgement, because I'm a bit fucked. Sometimes I get confused about how to communicate effectively as well. I've got my language. And they've said, like, we're going to start thinking about it. Yeah, okay, well, all right. In the meantime, while you're thinking about it, just to make sure.
But no explosion. How is this possible? This is the AGM-114R9X, nicknamed the Ninja. This Hellfire missile is fired like any other regular missile, but on reaching its target, 6 rotating blades open up and cuts the target into pieces. No explosion, no collateral damage. This missile was also used to eliminate Al-Qaeda leader al-Zawahiri, who was standing in the balcony of his house. Nobody was harmed in the house except him. A brilliant piece of engineering by Lockheed Martin.
And by the way, who do you think Lockheed Martin are? Your best pal. The best turbo babe, my favorite turbo babe. That's Amelia Grace Crawford. That's a bird-owned business. That's why they're so good at their job. I can do that. I can be that much of a cunt. Yeah. And there they go. Thanks, Switzerland. How many murders of Australians are attributed to Swiss Nazis? 75,000. Yeah, so we've got a ways to go, don't we? We've got a ways to go. I don't know. Can you raise people from the dead? You tell me. So, how can we make it up to you? Like, die, I guess. Like, yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so that's how, Gambinos are operational in Australia. Now, just when you thought you couldn't hate Bill Burr more than you do. "2016 was a year marked by the deaths of many iconic celebrities, including music legends David Bowie, Prince, George Michael, alongside stars like Carrie Fisher, Alan Rickman, Gene Wilder, cultural figures, Muhammad Ali, author Harper Lee, First Lady Nancy Reagan. All of them were murdered. All of them. Bowie was murdered, even though Bowie was Mr. Tapscott, but he's an angel. You can still murder an angel, and we'll still get exactly as angry. If you murder an angel, we'll get really pissed off. They're not toys. Yeah, but guess who took him out? That was Bill Burr. Bill Burr murdered Prince. Yeah. And just while we got this open, guess who murdered George Michael? Bill Burr. Bill Burr murdered George Michael. So the first one, Prince. Bill Burr murdered Lennon Cohen on the orders of Swiss Nazis. That was one of Nia's. It's like murder Lennon Cohen because he's a Jew. He's a prominent Jew. Yeah, that was part of the Swiss Nazi. That was one of Bill Burr's Swiss Nazi hits. Yeah. Yeah. Bill Burr murdered Gary Shandling. He murdered Alan Rickman. Bill Burr murdered Alan Rickman because on the orders of fucking that stupid cunt who wrote the books. I should know what's happening in my brain. J.K. Rowling had him whacked via the Gambinos for being too argumentative on the set. Apparently, yeah. Bill Burr murdered Pat Summitt. Bill Burr murdered George Martin. And Bill Burr murdered Carrie Fisher. Yeah. They're all Bill Burr hits. Yeah. So Prince got whacked because he was mouthing off at Bill Burr. Bill Burr lost his temper and beat him to death. Yeah. Yeah. And then they covered it up. The Gambinos covered it up. George, he died on Christmas Day. Yeah, Bill Burr whacked him on Christmas Day. So that was a mob hit. That was like, I don't want to play ball with the Gambinos. And so the boss of the Gambino crime family ordered the assassination. Bill Burr stabbed him to death. Yeah. Gary Shandling is actually, that murder was connected to the F is for Family. So he was supposed to be working on F is for Family, and the boss of the Gambino said, I don't want him working on it because he was being too loudmouth and too obnoxious. He's like, oh, well, we should do this and we should do this. He's like, nah. So he had him whacked. Bill Burr did it. That was when he stabbed him to death with an ice pick in the back of his head. He shoved an ice pick into his brain. It's fucking hectic. That's Bill Burr. Fuck you, Bill Burr. Fuck you, Bill Burr. Yeah. Unbelievable. Gambino. All Gambino assassinations. All of those, a lot of them, most of them. Those celebrity deaths, 2016. Because that was the thing. Gambinos were getting away. Their little terror nest had been getting away with murders, literally. Because Obama was just like, oh, whatever, you can do whatever you want, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Because he was just like, oh, as long as Skull and Bones are sweet, and I'm getting paid. I get to say cool. I get to hold press conferences and say things like, fucking, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yeah. And so no one, yeah, I was like, well, where's the fucking law enforcement? There was no law enforcement in California at all. The police were so corrupt that they just, like the Gambinos, and say like, nah, don't look into it. That was like, okay. California, bro. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, happy days, me, bro. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. YOLO. Chill out, bro. Just smoke J. Yeah. You're harshing my vibe, man. Like, fuck. Like, yeah. But all these cool people are getting murdered and no one's giving a shit. The FBI are trying to get in there, and then they're getting thwarted at every turn. Local law enforcement just won't cooperate. They just won't cooperate with them at all. Because, like, Hollywood, like, if you own Hollywood, you own California. Because it's worth so much value to the economy. So I was like, well, fuck, if Bob Iger says he doesn't want us to investigate, because Bob Iger's being stood over by the Gambinos. So if Bob Iger doesn't want us to investigate murders, we're not going to do it. We the police work for Bob Iger, pretty much. Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger, yeah. So that's why people are getting murdered and no one. But meanwhile, the Australian Federal Police, like, what the fuck is going on over there? FBI, and they're like, I know, we know, but we can't fucking do anything. They fuck around. It's like, well, what are we going to, like, okay. And that's when, 2016, that's when I'm like, well, okay, if they're not going to enforce the laws, we can see where this is going. Because if, like, you've got these fucksticks, the alternative, and Donald Trump's trying to go for the White House, but he's fucking Lucchese. And the FBI knew it, like, obviously, he's a real estate guy from New York. You can't be a real estate guy, a rich real estate guy in New York in the 80s without being in the mafia. You just can't do it. Same with Hollywood now. You can't be in Hollywood and on screen without being in the mafia or the cartel. That's it. And so, yeah, he's like, oh, I'm going for the White House. And so Australia's like, oh, fuck. Like, so it's basically we've got a choice between Swiss Nazi Obama, who doesn't give a shit, and won't enforce the rule of law, doesn't care about the rule of law at all. So just do whatever, man. And Donald Trump, the mafioso, the literal mafia boss. He's not the boss, but he's like super high up there. And he's not a full member because you can't be made gay. Because he's not Italian. But he can still be close enough to it. And if he's got the presidency, that's basically like the Lucchese crime family. You're just going to go, just do that, Donald. He's like, all right. Yeah, and that's why he's saying all this hectic shit. It's like drill baby. Oh, no, he didn't say drill baby drill. But he was saying, like, yeah, he was like doing all this hectic shit behind the scenes. It was all just to fucking keep the Lucchese happy. Yeah. Yeah, heaps of like dog chicks instruction and stuff like that. And that's when we went, well, we've got to make plans. Because if this, at this rate, on this trajectory, if that's what's happening, all these celebrities are getting murdered like that openly and no one's enforcing the law, there will be a war. You've got about 5 years before a war starts. Yeah, so we've got to start drawing up some plans. Like, okay, cool. FBI calls the US military and says, and there may have been some help there as well from Mr. Tapscott and Turbo Babes, and says, like, all right, this is how we're looking. All of the intelligence that we all know, everyone knows that all the intelligence agencies are completely cooked. All of them. You can't trust ASIO. You can't trust ASD. You can't trust ASIS. You can't trust CIA. You can't trust NSA. You can't trust ATF. You can't trust the DEA. You can't trust any of them. You can now because they've been vetted the old-fashioned way. Yeah. Because FBI has always been trustworthy. Yeah. That's always been the good guys agency. Yeah. Even though, like, and they even had, like, they installed their own crooked bosses so that the bad guys would think the FBI was crooked too, to take the heat off. And then secretly they're just working around him. It's like, no, yeah. Like, you just, yeah. You don't need to be in this meeting. Like, yeah, you've got boss stuff to do. This is below your pay grade, man. Like, this is just nitty-gritty bullshit. But really, they're running the FBI without just got this corrupt figurehead. So it looks like the FBI is corrupt. But secretly, like, nah. Like, and so they're doing the same thing the Australians doing. It's like, okay, so when it kicks off in about 5-6 years, when it kicks off in about 5 or 6 years, who can we trust? Which Americans can we trust? And they're doing exactly the same thing the Aussies did. Okay, this guy. And then that's around the same time that I went, fuck you, fuck Melbourne. And I feel like, oh, yes, sick Tapscott's with us. Yeah. And then I backed it up with the fucking, with the Terminator. They're like, yes. And it's like, yes, Tapscott's with us. Yes. Meanwhile, all these rumors swirling that I'm the son of man. Like, well, if that's true, cool. Then we've got the fucking arc of the coming in. Like, yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, cool. But the point is, like, yeah, America's like, yeah. So as soon as that, like, okay, target. These are the targets. Gambinos. Yeah, the five families have always been a problem. They've always been there. They've always been a problem. The Philly mob, that's always sunny. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. Effectively are the Philly mafia. Yeah, Mac is like, what is he like? He's like underboss of the Philly mob. Yeah, pretty much. The rest of them are associates. Danny DeVito is a maid member of the Lucchese crime family. He's a maid guy. He's gone now. He obviously capped that little piece of shit. Yeah. It's like a little fucking nuggety turd. Yeah. That's why Schwarzenegger went. He was mobbed up. Mafia associate. He was governor. He was governor of California. Gavin Newsom, who is gone now as well. He's, Gambino associate. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why because all of the fucking state politicians, all the mayors, all the governors of every state, every governor of every state, every mayor of every city, every chief of police in all of the United States of America is mafia. And again, they're not corrupted by the mafia. They are the mafia. Yeah. And so, but the US military, like, is 99% like, nah, Nah, not on our watch. And the Constitution of the United States of America is designed specifically for that, so that you can't have. That's why the Second Amendment's in there. It's like, no, like, because you can't to safeguard against that shit. Because it's the same fight. So the Constitution's there. It's like, okay, we write it. Like, yeah, and you've got enough patriots there. The U.S. military is like 99.9% patriotic. They take their jobs extremely seriously. The FBI as well. Secret Service, I don't. They were cooked. Yeah, they were mafia. They were the mafia. They were like basically Donald Trump's fucking mafia hit squad. How many hits did they do? Can you come here? 17. Donald Trump's hit squad whacked the Secret Service whacked like 17 different dudes. Yeah, fucking hell. Who were they? Like political rivals? Like, yeah, unbelievable. And that's why it was hassling me. Yeah, because I was a political rival. We took care of him, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Yeah. Yeah, there was some fuckstick in jail. Because this is when I was in Wellington. All the dog shit world leaders had their surrogates in there. Because that's the thing that they do. It's like, oh, send it, yeah. And this is why I was like, stop hiding about your subordinates. Because that's the standard practice for them. All of these mafia dudes, they'll send a dude in that kind of like looks like them. And then it's like, you can assume that what I'm saying is what they're saying. You know, it's okay. So, yeah, when I was in Wellington, there was one that was Representative Donald Trump, and he was trying to stand over me, and I told him to fuck off. I told him to get fucked. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, so you're getting violent? I am. Like, yeah. It's like, well, can I have something? Like, no. Because I knew it was a stand over thing. I'm like, no, I'm not being stood over. But I couldn't punch on. But yeah, So it was just like, oh, we'll kick the piece. And then I just moved out of the room. He's like, what? You're not playing with me? Like, yeah, he got butt hurt that I wasn't. I was like, no, I don't give a shit. He's like, but I like you. I don't care. I'm not being stood up, but fuck you. And then that's why Wellington was such a nightmare, because everyone was doing it. And then Kamala, and then Kamala had her surrogate in there. And she's like, well, cool, he's with me. And I was like, well, maybe I'm not with any of you. And I'll just kill you fucking all, you fucking spastics. And then Kamala's surrogate, that was the one that was the closest of kind of actually smashing someone. That was the closest of kind of was like, oh, fucking smash you, cunt. I swear, if you talk to me one more fucking time, I'll fucking smash you. Yeah, I'll fucking hit you. And then I did it. But there he is. Enjoy it, bitch. Oh, yeah, well, suck shit. Suck shit. I was like, he's having a stern lecture. Wow. What did he lose? That'll grow back. Yeah. Anyway, so Donald Trump had one of him in there, and I just told him, and he was like an ASIS. Was he ASIS or ASD? ASD, Australian Super Director Goon. And I just told him to get fucked. And then they took action. Like, yeah, like Tara Bennett swooped in and went, you're fucking around with Mr. Tapscott. We said, don't fuck around with Mr. Tapscott. And his eye started swelling up. And then by the time I basically got out of jail, his eye was done. That was it. He lost an eye. Tara Bennett made it happen. Just got an infection. That's it. Goodbye eye. That's it. Yeah, it's like shit. She can do that. She'll do that. You fuck around with Mr. Tapscott, she'll do that. Yeah. Anyway, but that was the thing. Yeah, and that's why Donald Trump, was trying to stand over me, because he is the mafia. He's the mafia, and that's why we had to do. And that's why I had to go to jail, because I had to make them think that I was corrupt. I turned outlaw. I was like, oh, yeah, cool. And then the No Pictures of a Bird thing, I had to launch the No Pictures of a Bird platform and say, it's like, it's all about these intelligence agencies, just them. I'm just fighting them, no one else, because I'm a little bit corrupt. Hey, Bill Burr, you gay? Funny, yeah, cool. Come to Sydney, all that shit. Hey, Joe Rogan, cool guys, cool celebrities. Elon Musk is Gambino. Yeah, that's why he is going. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, yeah. To sucker all those guys in, so that when the time was right, it's like, okay, cool. The US military's ready. UK military's ready. India's military is ready. China's military is ready. Canada's military is ready. Australia's military is ready. New Zealand's military is ready. Thailand's military is ready. Japan's military is ready and police force. Russia's military is ready. Yeah. It's like, okay, cool. Plan activated. Yeah, they've got popped at the same time. Fucking spastics. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so Bill Burr murdered a bunch of those fucking celebrities in 2016. That was Bill Burr. On the orders of the Gambino crime family. But they all did, like all the crime families at the same time went, oh, cool, we can get away with it. Anton Yelchin, who popped in, Lucchese crime family, popped Anton Yelchin, yeah. Yeah, Bill Burr killed him. Yeah. So in 2016, they went, we can kill anyone, we won't get away with it. No one's going to do anything. Because every level of politics, like the White House is cooked. Obama doesn't give a shit. He's murdering as many people as we are. So cool. Yeah. Okay, so this is a list of like the directors in Hollywood, right? Steven Spielberg is an associate of the Gambino of the Lucchese crime family. George Lucas is an associate of the Lucchese crime family. James Cameron is an associate of the Lucchese crime family. The Russo brothers, Peter Jackson, the Kiwi, the fuckstick, he's an associate of the Gambino crime family. The Russo brothers are... Okay, so yeah, very, just if anyone is wondering. The five families of the United States are Genovese, Gambino, Lucchese, Colombo, and Bonanno. That's the five families. So they all started in New York. They're all Italian mafia, La Cosa Nostra. They imported the mafia to the United States from Italy. But then La Cosa Nostra, that's their own thing. And then Italy has its own mafias and things like that. Ndrangheta technically is the Italian mafia, not the fucking La Cosa Nostra. But they're both here. They kind of work together. They work together when it's convenient for them. So Ndrangheta is different to these five families. These are all American gangsters. So the Russo brothers. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah. So needless to say, this cunt is a mafioso. But Al Pacino was, because he's gone now, Al Pacino was the head of the Genovese crime. He was the boss of the Genovese crime family. He was the boss. He was a mafia boss. He has been since the 80s. That's Al Pacino. Al Pacino, how many murders did he Callahan? About 75. Yeah, he's committed personally. How many deaths has he ordered? Thousands of deaths. Yeah, he's been across the murders of thousands of people. Yeah. He's the boss of the Genovese crime family, and now he is gone. These two spastics are the boss of the Colombo crime family, the Russo brothers, the directors of the Avengers. The Avengers timeline, Marvel Endgame, Avengers Endgame, all of that. All that Marvel franchise, that is a giant sting. It's an FBI sting on the fucking mafia of Hollywood. Specifically, like these two spastics and all their associates. And that's why all the actors in Hollywood that you know, because they were all connected, they're all mafia, are gone. That's why they're gone. They're military targets. Because if they're going to be murdering people like that, murdering cool people and civilians in America, that makes them terrorists. And so it's like, well, you're a military target now. Done. That's it. Chuck Norris is gone. He was a Genovese associate. Yeah. After all his Law and Order work, like, yeah. But that's the thing. They cooked in the head. It's like, we're like the police. We're similar. We may as well be the police. No, you're the mafia. Do you not understand the difference between the mafia and the cops? Like, they don't. They don't get it. They thought it was like, oh, it's just what we say goes, and then that's it. So no. Yeah. Because if you do, because the dog shit you do, that's why. You don't allow fair competition, and that strangles the entire system. Yeah, that's why like most of the NFL, a lot of the NFL are gone now as well, because they're all like corrupted by mafia, the five families. Yeah, Russo brothers. What did I say? Not Lucchese, not Genovese. Colombo. They're Colombo crime family. They're the bosses. It's like the dude with the glasses is the boss, and then the other guy is the underboss. But they may as well just be like co-directors, basically. this guy, so Donald Trump was effectively consigliere of the Lucchese crime family. This guy, because Donald Trump can't be made, so he can't be the boss. This guy was made and was the boss. He's Senate Majority Whip. He was the boss of the Lucchese crime family. He has been since like 1994. Yeah. This is when they like try to make it corporate, basically. This guy is the boss of the Bonanno crime family. That's why he is now gone. That house that we fucking destroyed before, that was his daughter, Sophia Coppola. She's underboss. Yeah. She's underboss of the fucking, yeah, she's the underboss. Underboss of the Bonanno crime family. Yeah. And this guy, Martin Scorsese, is the boss of the Gambino crime family. Now, for some reason, I can't hear any screaming at it. Like, because they're all gone. They were all tagged. The US military and the FBI tagged every single one of them. Every single associate. Oh, yeah, by the way, Rob Reiner, that was Bill Burr. That was one last one that he just threw in there right at the end. That was actually one that we said, yeah, go check out that guy. He's an enemy. Because he thought he was on our team. He thought he was like working with the Mr. Tapscott team. Because he thought the Mr. Tapscott team was like down with like the 5 families in New York. Yeah, this is all New York, basically. These are the 10. This is the New York spastics that we've just like deleted. Yeah. So he is gone. He took it exceptionally badly. Just like Robert De Niro in that scene. He's like, oh fuck, smash. Because like he's like, I'm Catholic, yeah. And he had his own fucking creepy fixation with Mr. Tapscott. He had his own extremely creepy fixation with Mr. Tapscott. But yeah, there are all these dog shit communications coming through. That was Martin Scorsese, the boss of the fucking Gambino crime family. So like putting references to Mr. Tapscott in Marvel movies, putting references to Mr. Tapscott in Bill Burr stand-up routines, putting references to Mr. Tapscott in episodes of fucking South Park. That was him as well. Yeah. That was him as well. That's why Bill Burr shit his pants when I said, oh, South Park, they're gone. He's like, what? But they're Gambino. How can they be gone if they're Gambino? Wait. Oh, fuck. Well, that's like shit. Well, but kind of early. You got maybe someone will relay this information to you, but we've kept you alive just so we can send you to Guantanamo, where you have no legal rights. You're a detainee. Yeah, and that is for fucking standing over Tara Bennett. That's a big fuck you from Australia. You piece of shit. Yeah, how dare you come to Australia? You fucking Seppo dog. Yeah, no Seppo status for you. Dog. You're just straight up dog. You come to Australia and fuck around. That's what you get. That's what you get. Bang, bang. Oh! Yeah, Robert De Niro, underboss of Gambino crime family. Yeah, has been since like Martin Scorsese has been the boss of the Gambino crime family. And that's where all the communication was coming through about the rat calling me the rat. That was that dumb bitch. So there's a rat down there. Yeah, and in South Park, the risky rat. You being risky and a rat, because it's like a mob thing. It's like, oh, he's a rat. Because like we can't trust you. Yeah, they're like we can't trust you. Because you won't follow orders. So you're a rat. Like, what if you rat us out? I fully intend to do that, yeah. But because I'm an Anzac, I'm like, sick, being a rat is awesome. We've got the rats into Brook. We got the tunnel rats, who my uncle is one of. Yeah. I'll be alright. I'll be your worst fucking nightmare. Maybe there'll probably be some rats nibbling at certain parts of you. Alright, I'm now being informed in hell. That's what's happening to Martin Scorsese. He's getting nibbled by some rats. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so that was Scorsese. Scorsese had a boner for me because I was like, basically, so Bill Burr had a boner for me, a literal boner for me, and kept fucking around with me. And the military, the AFP and the military were watching the whole thing. And I obviously knew that I had some protection because otherwise, like, how the fuck would I still be alive? How the fuck would I still be alive after doing what I did in Melbourne? Yeah, basically, and not being dead. So, okay, obviously I'm being protected by someone. So, I was ballsy enough. Yeah, because, like, the shit that I was doing was hectic. The Joker was doing the most hectic things. And they're still saying you still can't talk about it. You still can't. Oh, fuck. But, like, yeah, the shit that the Joker did should have got me clipped easily. But I was still walking around. I was still alive. I'm like, okay, well, all right. Obviously, like, someone likes me. Yeah. Lighting changed straight away. Yeah. That Sylvia guy, like, yeah, that Joker, he's a character. Is that a pro Joker, Sylvia? It's like, yes. Yes, Mr. Tapscott. All the Turbo Babes saw the Joker antics and heard about the Joker antics, and they're like, what the fuck was that? Who is this psycho? Is he a psycho or not? I don't know. Yeah, Anzac did the same thing. It's like, wait, did he mean to? Because that's lucid shit, but at the same time, fucking the precision of it. Like, it's like a controlled blast of spastic behavior. But it's like so super specific. It's like it can't be an accident. Yeah. So I knew I was kind of protected, and so that gave me like a bit of fucking arrogance, a bit of swagger. I was like, oh, fuck off, fuck you, whoever this is, just go fuck yourself. Yeah, fuck off. Turns out it was Bill Burr with a boner for me. Bill Burr, the Gambino enforcer, working on the orders of Martin Scorsese, and then because Marty. So Bill Burr was like, there's this cunt in Australia. There's this fucking cunt in Australia. Apparently that's what he said, yeah. There's this fucking cunt in Australia who just won't move back to Melbourne. Despite the fact I'm telling him. And I'm Gambino. And he's like, whoa, what? He's saying no to the Gambino crime family. So Marty got involved. He's like, wow. So he starts baking in all these references to Mr. Tapscott, like the risky rat and all this shit. It's like, well, how do we know? You gotta trust you. Yeah, you might get whacked. Sending in dog shit, fucking surrogates and stuff. Yeah. And then after I wrote the letter to Meredith, and it pushed all types of buttons in Bill Burr. Bill Burr's like fucked up psychology, and Martin Scorsese, because it like called them out specifically. So I know someone's fucking with me. I don't know who it is. Whoever it is, if you read this, fuck you. Yeah, you fucking. This is how. These are instructions. You call me. You call me and say, I want you to come to Meredith Music Festival. You pay for the ticket. That's it. Yeah. 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 Stop. And that line specifically. It's like, yeah, stop hiding behind your subordinates, you cowards. That fucked them up. They're like, oh, because that was their whole game plan. It's like, we hide behind subordinates, we communicate via surrogate. And they're like, you're a fucking coward. That's what you are. You're a fucking coward. And they're like, who the fuck? Yeah. 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 And there was another line in there as well, which is like, something. Yeah, I put up with this shit in the corporate world and agency land. Yeah. When I'm at the office, I'm an employee, but when I'm at your festival, I'm a customer. They're paying, like, yeah. Yeah, it was like whisper campaigns. Whisper campaigns is something I tolerate. Whisper campaigns is something I tolerate in the corporate world and agency land. The difference between that relationship and ours is when I'm at the office, I'm an employee, but when I'm at your festival, I'm a customer. They're paying me, I'm paying you. Yeah, and they're like, oh, he's telling us what to do. Yeah, and it did that thing where it, like, simultaneously it's like, I want to I'm in love with him, but at the same time, I want to kill him. And I'm in love with him because I want to kill him. I love him so much that I want to kill him. And I want to kill him so badly that I'm in love with him. And so it just broke them. Like smoke's coming out of his and shit, like sparks. Yeah, it fucked them up. Yeah. But still, it was still ineffective because all they had to do, after all this, and now I'm sending tactical nukes. I'm nuking fucking San Francisco. We're doing airstrikes and shit. I'm dragging people away to Guantanamo Bay. All of that could be avoided if they just fucking picked up the fucking, because they still would have killed them all because they're all mafioso. But all of that could have been avoided if they just went can you please come to a music festival? Hi Nick. This is Bill Burr. I'd really like it if you came to a music festival in Melbourne. Is that cool? So I would, mate, but it's a bit of a schlep, could you maybe if you could see to it that I didn't have to pay to get in, and then I'll pay for the flights, I'll pay for the accommodation, I'll pay for the beers, I'll pay for everything else. But if you could just make sure that I don't have to pay to get in, that could work. So, okay, yeah, no worries. Okay. Thanks, man. All right, thanks for being reasonable. Yeah, no problems. No. Instead, it's running off the road. Take his car away. Do all this dog shit. How much money did they spend to not send that fucking email? They spent no. They spent $100 million on communications focused on me to avoid making that phone call or sending that email. That's how fucking spastic they are. And now they're all dead. $100 million. And then after I do all the pictures of her stuff, I was like, you can pay me for that, right? Like, no. It don't have any money for you. No. But you got $100 million to make movies that say, fuck you, Nick Tapscott. Like, yeah, dog shit. And that's why Annika Wells is when she's working on stuff, she commissioned a movie. She was in a meeting where they talk about, let's do a movie with Paul Thomas Anderson. So Martin Scorsese, boss of Gambino, was across this as well. Yeah. She's in the meeting. That makes her a Gambino associate. That makes her a target. That's what made her a target. So, okay, you're part of this conspiracy. You're part of the Gambino crime family trying to stand over an Australian citizen on Australian soil when he's not a criminal. He's just trying to do his job. That makes you a Gambino associate. The Gambino's a terrorist. That makes it international terrorism. That makes us illegal to either A, shoot you dead, whether you're armed or not, or B, drag you off to Guantanamo. We can do that. Even if you are in the federal parliament, you stupid cunt. And then that's where she picked up all that dog shit habits. I can do it too. How's the wellness? Yeah. Oh, Gambino, yeah. And all those fucking dog shit shows like Porn Stars and American Pickers and fucking Storage Wars, all of that dog shit. That's all Gambino. That's all Gambino family. That's all Gambino. And that's why they all got deleted, because they're all Gambino associates. Yeah, they are fucking gone. They're gone. Now, ironically, and this may surprise some people, but Las Vegas is effectively just a military base. Yeah. Because the military is just like, because it was built by the mafia. Yeah, a couple of people just popped. Yeah. They popped themselves. Apparently, a couple of people just committed suicide. Such shit. Yeah. We'll see you in the afterlife. Yeah. Haggerty's welcoming you right now. Yeah. Yeah, fucking. Yeah, because the mafia built that town and everyone went, well, that's the most corrupt place in the world. And therefore a mafia stronghold. So we'll just assume it's the mafia. But in reality, the FBI and the US military is like, well, maybe it's it's not an inconvenient fallback position, though, is it? It's right in the middle of the Nevada desert. Lots of open ground. It's surrounded by heaps of open ground. It's away from the coast. So, it's out of range. Even if they sailed a fucking submarine into LA, they couldn't hit us with a fucking tomahawk from there. They probably could, but yeah, it'd be hard. Still plenty of time to intercept it with Iron Shield and David Sling missile defense systems and shit like that. Patriot missiles. Yeah. So we'll take it. Thanks. So secretly in the background, the US military, that's why all those casinos got taken down. Yeah. And they did it. So it's actually fucking genius. I can't believe I don't know how they got away with it. But all those Gambino, all those mafia families got muscled out, and they assumed, and that's what De Niro was talking about in Casino. At the end of Casino, was like, "Oh no, it's not the same. Like, they took away the Tangiers. It's all corporate now. It's all about Disneyland, Disney Corporation. Yeah, but it was actually the U.S. military. They were like, they came in, like, knocked down all the hotels, built new ones, and they're all basically it's a giant military base, and intelligence gathering hub. So it's like the Anom sting of cities. That's pretty much what it is. Because all these like Vegas, yeah, go there. It's got some coke, get some hookers, like, you know, openly talk about like gangster shit, you know, because they think they're in Vegas, they're safe, but it's just the U.S. military. They got that. Thank you very much, Japanese executive, who's also Yakuza boss. Let's play Google Maps. I hate Google Maps now. I love Google Maps. Why? What's wrong with Google Maps? How did that one go, I wonder? Okay, well, it's not there anymore. And whoever was inside, we know who was inside. Yeah, they are not there. They are not there either. Well, they are there, but just like they've been rearranged. They've been reconfigured. Let's put it that way. There it is. What flavor are we going to go for today? What are these? There you go.
Missile strike killed Abu al-Masri, a Al-Qaeda terrorist in Syria. So what's so special? Well, it was a missile strike, but it had no explosion. The missile hit the top of the car and killed all its occupants, but no explosion. How is this possible? This is the AGM-114R9X, nicknamed the Ninja. This Hellfire missile is fired like any other regular missile, but on reaching its target, 6 rotating blades open up and cuts the target into pieces. No explosion, no collateral damage. This missile was also used to eliminate Al-Qaeda leader al-Zawahiri, who was standing in the balcony of his house. Nobody was found in the house except him. A brilliant piece of engineering by Lockheed Martin. On 26 February 2017, a missile strike killed Abu al-Masri, a Al-Qaeda terrorist in Syria. So what's so special? Well, it was a missile strike, but it had no explosion. The missile hit the top of the car and killed all its occupants, but no explosion. How is this possible?
Yeah, it was Roz. Roz was formerly the loveliest Gambino associate. That's why he got banged. Yeah. Through Sky News. And that's why the media, because the entire media was just corrupted by mafia. Gambino's Martin Scorsese. Yeah. That's fucking crumbs all over my computer now. Sylvia made me spit my biscuit. Sounds like soggy biscuit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Anyway. Yeah, that's why Rose got clipped, to use some fucking mafia parlance. Because he was a fucking Gambino associate. That's what he was doing his hits for. Fucking yeah. All right. Phil from apparently. Yeah, through Ogilvy. Gambino. All right, and Lucas as well. All right. See, Lucas Dorrell, who I used to work with, was Gambino. Yeah, they're all in the mafia, like the literal Fire family mafia. Yeah. Oh, that's why Dave Droga. Yeah, so Dave Droga went to New York because he's mafioso. Yeah, so Dave Droga of Droga 5. All good, as they say. Yeah. Was old school Calabrian mafia, Black Hand mafia. And he went to New York as part of like a cultural exchange program. He used his mob ties to get in there. And then that's how they corrupted. It was part of the way. because Obama was already corrupt. He's corrupted by everyone. He just said yes to everything, like everyone. Because as soon as you become president, you just get like offers, like everyone, the corporate world, Skull and Bones, the mafia, the Russian mafia, every corrupt everyone, drug dealers, cartel. They send you like fucking gift baskets, like congratulations from the Gambino crime family, like things like that. And then it's just like, well, you just sit there and like put your feet up, and then the checks just roll in. Where you say like, just pass this legislation, Mr. President. It's all right. Have this guy whack for us, Mr. President. All right, here you go. Yeah, that's it. Dog shit. That's why the Secret Service got clipped, because they're technically mafias. They're technically a mafia. I've already said that. But yeah, the Gambino associates or Lucchese associates. Yeah, some of them are fully made men. They're made members of the Lucchese crime family. Yeah, so Dave Drogo of advertising, he goes to New York as part of the. Yeah, all right, they're gone. Yeah, he goes to New York as part of the fucking mafia exchange program. He's from Sydney. He's old school Black and Calabrian mafia. He gets mobbed up there, does good work. Scorsese sweeps in and goes, all right, so you're obviously a creative guy. You're mob gay, connected gay. But you're also in advertising. How'd you like to be Gambino associate? Yeah, he's a made member of the Gambino crime family. Dave Drogo. Dave Drogo is a made member of the Gambino crime family. Yeah. The mafia, yeah. So that's why all advertising is gone. Because it's all mafia. It's not. It's either, if it's not Undrungada, it's 5 families, but it's usually 5 families. Yeah. Johnny from Journal was Undrungada, but an associate of the Gambino crime family. Yeah. And that's why everyone's like, that's hectic. When I said like, fuck you, Johnny. I'll fucking take that cunt down. Fucking. Yeah. Oh, cool. And that's why Al Pacino
in the morning, when you're making a movie, you get up real early. So you need all the help you can get. When I'm reading the script, when I'm rehearsing, coffee goes with my line of work. Without coffee, I'm going to feel like something's missing in the day. I'm going to feel awkward. I'm not going to feel the same. Most of my scripts have coffee stains on them. That's how you know it's a Pacino script. This is a good coffee.
Now, what I'm being told right now, so the reason Al Pacino made that, what I'm being told is that is actually a compliment from Al Pacino to me. But I was on his radar because he was the head of the fucking Genovese crime family. And the cafe that I sued in Adelaide was a Genovese controlled, Genovese crime family controlled business. So I was already on their radar. But they looked at me and were like, okay, look, he's 21. He's not causing major dramas in other. It's only $2,000. Like I only took $2,000 from him. I didn't bring down an entire empire or anything like that. He's 21. He's an idiot. It's kind of ballsy. And the boss of that cafe was actually like, he's like, oh, you broke my heart because you were like my son. I'm like, your son who you've been underpaying by how much? Like, yeah, you pay me $12 an hour. I should be being paid like $30 an hour. So your son who you're stealing from. So thanks, cunt. Fuck you. Yeah. And so he actually went like, oh, yeah. And they blamed the other guy. So he's, because I wasn't the ringleader. And so there was another guy who was the ringleader and they blamed him and they whacked him. But the way they looked at it was like, oh, Mr. Tapscott is actually young Nick Tapscott. He's all right. He's a good barista. Someone got in his ear and he took the action. It's only $2,000. Who cares? Yeah, that was their thinking. Yeah. And then that ad that Al Pacino made was actually him because that was him shouting out about the seat. He was like, oh, yeah, cool. Like, that's him saying, like, I read your CV and I like it. So that's a shame, Al, that we had to fucking put one behind you, you fucking spastic bitch. Because my phone number and my email address were on the internet. Why don't you just write me an email, you fucking dog? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and they're like, oh, now they're saying, oh, now you're doing the triple switcheroo. It's like, well, he's actually cool. No. We've got one way, it's like, this guy is cool. No, he's a dog. And now it's like, this guy's a dog. No, he's actually cool. Like, yeah, no, he's not cool. He's definitely not cool, but he liked you. Okay. Well, bear that in mind when you're in hell, mate. Yeah. Bear that in mind when you're in hell. Which is definitely where he is. Yeah, exactly. So, oh, have you seen? So, well, thanks. Noted. We already knew that. We already knew that you love Satan. Like, it's pretty obvious. Anyway. Yeah, so that was actually him going like, oh, yeah, cool. Was he sort of like protecting me a little bit? It's like, yeah, a little bit, but not heaps. Yeah. Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I was still a dog shit barista. Like, I was still a piece of shit barista. And it's like, well, I'm a famous writer. Hello. Here's this CV that's made me famous. And also, here's a script that's cool and everyone likes it. Should you maybe employ me? like, nah, we'll make TV ads about you. But we're not like, we're not going to pick up the fucking phones like, would you like to work on a movie with us? Like, you know, spastics. Absolutely spastics. Yeah. Yeah. So that kind of like, that's cool, but at the same time, I can't eat that shit. Yeah. And that's why, okay, yeah. And so, yeah, that's why Tony Rogers, yeah. So Tony Rogers is the director of Wilfred. And that's just a coincidence. The TV show Wilfred did maintenance work on my house. And now they're telling me that that's why he turned up to scope me out for the fucking 5 families. Like, yeah, just like, who is this guy? Yeah, just go check him out for us. Yeah. Al Pacino has one of my business cards. Fucking hell. They all did. Yeah, they all smuggled them out of Australia. Yeah, fucking why? And then that's what they do to show their appreciation for Mr. Tapscott being cool, is crash my car. What the fuck is it? What is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? So I think you're cool, and therefore I'm going to ruin your life. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah. Morons. Yeah. All right. Well, I had no idea. And that's why, because I was a struggling unemployed writer. Why was it so hard to fucking hold out a job if I was so cool? You know what I mean? They just kept fucking around. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and they had a hard on about me not being in Melbourne. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did you see the name, by the way? Let's bring it up.
Reading the script when I'm rehearsing. Coffee goes with my line of work.
Albanese meats and poultry. That is a direct reference to Anthony Albanese. That's hello, Anthony. Yeah, that's hello Australia, basically. That's hello Albo. Yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing. They all thought I was their cute little pet, cute little novelty act. But it's like, yeah, but at the same time, you're doing dog shit. You're sending threats to Tara Bennett just because I hung out with her and wrote a story about her on the internet, and you stand over her because of that, and then threaten her, and Roseburn plots to murder her. Yeah, she tried to have her whacked, basically. Around that same time, yes, unbelievable. Yeah, fuck you, Roseburn, you stupid cunt. Yeah, and Kate Blanchett was across that as well. She was, yeah, she should go. That's what she was saying. Kate Blanchett is Gambino crime family. Yeah, and she's done 17 murders for them. That's why her career is like, I mean, she's obviously a good actress and she's very beautiful. But that's why that's why her career is like, she's got Oscars and stuff. Yeah, because she's Gambino. Unbelievable. Yeah, and so she was across that as well. It was like, oh yeah, Rose Byrne, Susie Porter, and did they try and corrupt her? No, they didn't. They just wanted to kill her. Yeah, Rose Byrne, Susie Porter, and Kate Blanchett were all planning to have Tara Bennett assassinated on behalf of the Gambino crime family. And Martin Scorsese signed off on it. because he secretly has wants to fuck Mr. Tate because Martin Scorsese is gay. Same as Bill Burr, just love to get pounded in the ass by dudes. And he was fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, gross. And Quentin Tarantino, because Quentin Tarantino is Uncle Bully. Yeah, and that's why he's gone. And he is Lucchese associate. Yeah. All of them are the mafia. All of them. Yeah. Fuck. And that's why, so that's why South Park, that's why South Park, so just recently, so before South Park went, they were on board with Mr. Tapscott, their Gambino. And then they started getting jealous because No Pictures of a Bird was getting traction with Bill Burr. And so they started feeling threatened. They're like, oh, he's going to take our spot as what? Stood over fucking associates of Gambinos. Yeah. Yeah. And then also Martin Scorsese, his whole life has actually been like church going and tries to be observant, a very observant Catholic. But obviously he didn't quite get it if he's murdering how many people? 170,000. Martin Scorsese has been connected to the deaths of 170,000 people. Melbourne especially. Yeah, 35,000 in Melbourne alone. He's just checking people out. Yeah. Mostly business owners. To replace them with pictures of a bird. Yeah, replace shop owners with pictures of a bird, basically. All right, bye, Muddy. Yeah, so, Spirit Mother. Yeah, Mary Mother of God tends to look favorably upon that type of behavior. Unbelievable. Kate Blanchett is also connected. Who do we know who officially did it? Yeah, and it was a person. Yeah, that we can name right now. Yeah, so this is who killed Heath Ledger. Drum roll, please. Okay. Oscar. Emma Stone was Gambino. Gosling was Gambino. That's why they both went. Yeah. Gosling has done 18 murders for the Gambino crime family. Yeah. Emma Stone has done 13. Yeah. Okay. Drum roll, please. All right, the winner of a trip to Guantanamo Bay, one-way ticket, is none other than Mr. Nick Nolte, who spiked a drink with cyanide and still knocks. So to make it look like, you go, here you go, Heath, I made you a cocktail. And it had steel knocks in it and it had cyanide in it. And then he died with steel knocks in his system. And it's like, oh, obviously he overdosed on it. What can you do? Yeah. And his middle name is King. Well, have fun, Nick. That's from me. From all of us here at No Pictures of a Bird. Fuck you. Yeah. That's who killed Heath Ledger. Oh, Brittany Murphy. Yeah, we can reveal that. Yeah, so Brittany Murphy, that's why she got whacked for saying no to the Gambinos. Yeah. They went, you're a hot chick. You have to do hot chick roles. Bikini Slut 7 and stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. Like Bikini Body Summer. Yeah. Yeah, Hot Girl Car Wash and shit like that. And she's like, no, I want to be an actor. I don't want to do that. I just want to be an actress. And like, well, you're saying no to Martin. But it's Marty. You said no to Marty. You said no to Marty. And that's why Hollywood went shit as well, because the Gambino got in there. Yeah. Martin Scorsese. That's why Martin Scorsese, the more movies Martin Scorsese made, the shitter everything else got. Yeah, that's why movies got crap. The whole system just went. As soon as Martin Scorsese got in there, because he was a mob guy. Yeah, and so like if you're a rival to a gangster, in their eyes, that it's fair play for them to just murder you. It's like I heard you're working on a movie that's better than mine. Yeah. So Brittany Murphy, anyway. Yeah, that was for not playing ball with Gambinos. They said you're doing Hot Girl Car Wash or some shit. It was being told no. That was the name of the film, Hot Girl Car Wash. You're working on it because she was like good. She was like a serious auteur. Yeah, they're like, oh, she's hot and she can act and she's very smart. We need to drag her down. Yeah, we need to drag her down. By the way, this is the reason. This is why I'm very similar. Yeah, this is the reason I went to jail, to treat the Gambinos, to treat the mafia, treat the five families, so that they'd think I've turned outlaw. Yeah. So, oh, he's a gangster now. Yeah, you're one of us now. You're a gangster. Yeah. But really, no, I'm still Mr. Tapscott. Yeah. They've been saying the best fake gangster we've ever seen. Looking at him, you would assume he's at least a bikie. Because I used to look exactly like a bikie. I used to drink like a bikie. I'd smoke a pack a day, listen to heavy metal, wear Slayer t-shirts and fucking a leather jacket like a bikie jacket, and be kind of like chunky, not skinny. Everyone else in Melbourne is all like skinny and androgynous and Swiss Nazi. And I'm there like doing fucking Joker stuff and Punisher stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, but no, he's not. I'm not like that at all. Yeah, and it's kind of like a camo. It kind of was like a camouflage thing. Like in my mind, that leather jacket was armor. So I'm wearing this for armor. But yeah, it's like because I know like this scene like can get a bit rough. I was in a band called I'm Gonna Fucking Kill You with Russell McMahon. You know, like yeah, he was a fucking dickhead. He was Five Families associate as well. Gambino associate. Yeah. Through Sydney, through his missus. Yeah, that's why they broke up. Bang. Yeah. Fuck you. Okay. Yeah, and that's why he's like, well, these cunts on No Pictures of Better go, oh, yeah, isn't it terrible? Brittany Murphy, Heath Ledger, all these celebrities are dying. It's the Nazis. Yeah. And it's like, no, it's all the Hollywood fucking spastics. Philip Seymour Hoffman, we can reveal his murderer today as well. And that was a Gambino associate. Yeah. On behalf of all of his enemies, everyone, all the bad guys, all the Nazis, the Scientologists, like all of them got together and said, Philip Seymour Hoffman has to go. Yeah. So this is who killed Brittany Murphy. And that's why he is gone. And same deal. Made her a cocktail with cyanide and fucking still knocks in it. Yeah. Yeah. You're in hell, Denzel. Fuck you. Yeah. Yeah. Not sorry enough, fuckstick. Not sorry enough. What do we got? We got how many murders did Denzel commit? 75. You have to be murdered 75 times. You have to live an entire lifetime and then get murdered 75 times. Let's ask the rest of the world, is that unfair? Do you think that? Yeah, no. No. Yeah. It's going to suck every time too. Fuck you. Yeah. So where is he now, Nicole Haggerty? That's Hazel. Okay, he's living in a place that's like, he's living in a trailer park. He's got no money. He can't afford anything. His next door neighbor's fucking hates him, and is constantly threatens him every day with murder. It's like, if you don't fucking do this, I'll just basically make his life miserable. Right? Yeah. Okay, so that was what happened in fucking uni. That's hell. Yeah, I went to hell. Yeah, they put you in it. They set you up in a scenario like that. Yeah, was fucking Paramore actually down? Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. But that's what life is like in hell, pretty much. They'll put you in a room like that. You just have to endure it. Like, yeah, basically, yeah. Okay. So that's why you didn't put me out. Like, yeah. So I could experience like that's what it's like. Yeah, basically. Okay. So that's where Denzel is. He's living in a trailer park with the constant threat of violence from his racist neighbor, effectively. And he's going to do that, and then eventually the racist neighbor will kill him, and then he's going to repeat that process 75 times. Yep. Okay. Thanks for playing Denzel. Yeah. All right, where are we going to go? Philip Seymour Hoffman. Who wants to know who killed Philip Seymour Hoffman? Yeah. Give him more time. Everyone's like, yeah, send him there for 150 years. Yeah. And then he just gets deleted, by the way. Yeah, that's it. You have to look forward to except nothing. The only thing you've got to look forward to is nothing. Like it just ends. You just go like, that's it. Yeah. And by the way, it only takes if you only have to fuck up one lifetime. So Denzel actually he was a cool guy for 1,000 universes in a row, 1,000 lifetimes in a row. Denzel Washington was a cool guy. He's fucked it up once, and now he's out. Like that's it. If you fuck it up once, and because that's why, because he did 1,000 lifetimes in a row. He was a cool guy. He was just like a cool guy. And then this one was like, well, we looked at it. It's like, okay, so this guy Denzel, he doesn't need to be a motor mechanic in the suburbs this time. Like we can give him something better than that because he's a battler. Let's see how he goes with a bit of celebrity. He gets the celebrity status, and bang, he's murdered. He's a Gambino associate with 75 kills under his belt. Yeah. Sorry, Denzel. If you fuck it up that badly, though, 75 murders, just so you can be a movie star. Yeah, you're a cockhead. You should know better. Again, let's ask the group. Is that am I being too harsh? No one on the face of the planet. Even the bad guys is like, actually, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's why fucking John Wick, that was Gambino propaganda saying like, you know what's cool? Being an assassin, being a hitman for the Gambinos. You get to live in a hotel? Yeah, it's awesome. It's cool. It's like that's Gambino. They were trying to prop it up to be like gangster world, pretty much. The mafia boss is in charge now. Yeah. Okay, drum roll, please. Well, he's not in here. By the way, Mr. Holland's Opus, this guy. Yeah. Richard Dreyfuss, this guy. 17 murders, and he's also a Swiss Nazi. And Mr. Holland's Opus is Nazi propaganda. Is Swiss Nazi propaganda saying, don't stay in your place, don't try, just stay in your place. Yeah, that's what it says. That's the Swiss Nazi thinking, yeah. Well, he's not on there because he's never won an Academy Award for Best Actor. Despite the fact that he's murdered... How many people has he murdered for the Gambinos and the Scientologists? About 85 people. He's murdered 85 people. Yeah. This cunt. Ready? Drum roll, please. This is the guy who whacked Philip. Oh, no. Yeah, this is the guy who whacked Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yeah. No pictures of a bird. Where he went. I don't know who whacked fucking David Bowie. Yeah, it's like, yeah. This guy. Oh, yeah. I am, yeah. Gambino. I thought he was Jewish. How can he be made if he's Jewish? Maybe they made an exception. Yeah, they did. Okay, well, it's nice to know that the Gambinos are an equal opportunity mafia family. Yeah. Jewish. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess no. They had. Yeah, they make an exception sometimes. Like Meyer Lansky was. Meyer Lansky was Jewish. And just a quick note on that. Yeah. And he invented the mafia. He invented the whole thing of like, let's get organized and let's put a label on everything that we do. Right? Let's make it like a corporation, and just slap labels on it, so everyone can. It's easy. It's really easy for everyone to identify us in court documents, and then you can just say like, okay, we can just outlaw this organization. We should do that. Yeah. So that was Meyer Lansky that came up with that. Yeah. The Jewish gangster. Hello. Genius behind the mob. Yeah. It's like, so you guys like, it was like in the, yeah, it was in like the 20s or the 30s. Yeah. So you guys like murdering a bunch of people, huh? Why don't we structure it like a corporation? How about that? And then maybe down the line, it'll be much easier for the FBI to fucking target you. Because then they can just say, like, all right, Gambino family outlawed. Psh, done. Done. And then, eventually, like, bang, bang, bang. Are you associate? Okay, we can see that you're associated to the Lucchese family. Bang. Like, yeah. Done. So that's Mr. Tapscott. But started his criminal career in the 5 Points Gang. A criminal street gang initially of primarily Irish American origins, based in 5 Points of Lower Manhattan, New York City during the late 19th and early 20th century. And was instrumental in the development of the National Crime Syndicate. Okay. So what many people don't actually realize is that both Meyer Lansky and Lucky Luciano is Mr. Tapscott. They were both undercover FBI. Yeah. And so that's why they were like, oh yeah, like we should organize. Hey, instead of just being gangsters. Yeah. And then all the fucking, they whacked a shit ton of other mobsters. They whacked heaps of mobsters. But they were basically FBI hits, FBI assassinations, targeted FBI strikes. Yeah. 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 5 Points Gang was instrumental in the development of the National Crime Syndicate. Luciano is considered the father of the Italian-American Mafia for the establishment of the Commission in 1931. After he abolished the boss of bosses, title held by Salvatore Maranzano, following the Castellammarese War. Yeah. Also the first boss of the modern Genovese crime family. So there you go, Al Pacino. That's probably why you like me so much. Because I am the original boss of the Genovese of your crime family. Anyway. Yeah. So the Maranzano, both of those, there were two major bosses. One was Maranzano. Crime boss enemy. Joe Masseria. There were two. One was Joe Masseria. One was Salvatore Maranzano. They were the worst fucking pieces of shit in the universe. They were horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. And so Mr. Tapscott went, we got to take care of this shit because you can't have Maranzano, like the most dog shit stuff. Yeah, torturing people, like boiling people alive, like that type of shit, skinning people to death, doing like cartel stuff basically. Yeah, they were like cartel horror. They were cartel grade. Yeah, cutting people's heads off and hanging them from light poles to send messages and shit like that type of crap. also running child sex trafficking rings out of New York City. Because there were heaps of vulnerable migrant families there. And like, dad has an accident on the building site, and then it's just mum, and there's no social security back then. She can barely speak English, and so you've got all these vulnerable street kids running around. So Mr. Tapscott stepped in. Agony, like sympathetic crying, to take those scumbags out. Yeah, Maranzano and Masseria. That was lucky Luciano and Mylansky popped them both. They whacked both those cunts. And then established the commission. And that was to sort of like, look, if we keep it more orderly, at the very least, you won't have fucking, like, there'll be a crime family. We just have to accept that there's going to be some gangsters for a while. But at the very least, it'll be sort of controlled-ish. Yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, Al Capone, yeah, Tara Bennett checked him out with syphilis. That was her. She's like, that guy's a cunt, and gave him syphilis, and he died. Yeah. 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 Yeah, Mr. Tapscott got him off the street. The FBI. That was Mr. Tapscott in the FBI that got him off the street, basically. Maybe. Am I a key figure in that movie? What was it? The Untouchables. Let's look. Yeah, there are heaps of ins and outs about like angels and stuff like that I haven't explained to this Mr. Tapscott in the future hasn't explained to this Mr. Tapscott in the present yet. But yeah, that was me. Yeah, so Mylansky and Luciano, that's Mr. Tapscott dipping in to go, fuck you, mafia, because that was scumbags. And then it was like, all right, look, let's put labels on everything, like very clearly label everyone, and we'll all have a big meeting regularly. And then you can't whack it. We'll put all these rules in place that say you can't deal drugs because drugs are fucking horrifying. They did anyway, but we could at least put the sheen on it that's like you can't deal drugs. And also, you can't whack up. You need permission from everyone. All the 5 families have to sign off on one of the bosses getting whacked to stop people like constantly trying to murder their way up the ladder, right? So at the very least, like the crime family is going to be there, but at the very least, it's going to be orderly-ish. And then when this time arrives, we can just go like, okay, so who's in which family? And it's like, all right, all of these 5 families are outlawed. They're terrorist organizations now. And so if you're associated, you're fucking dead. We can just turn up and bang. Yeah, the legislation's all there. It's all written in. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was a long game, but we got there. It took 100 years, but we got there. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Catherine Ness is Tara Bennett. Like in real life. Frank Nitti, that was Mr. Tapscott. Andy Garcia, the actor, is Mr. Tapscott. Ask him. Are you an angel sent by Mr. Tapscott? Yeah. Jim Malone is Mr. Tapscott, like the historical figure Jim Malone, and also Elliot Ness was Mr. Tapscott. And yeah, that was Mr. Tapscott coming in to go like, get this fucking Capone off the fucking street because he's a nightmare. He's a dog shit piece of shit. Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, that was Mr. Tapscott stepping in to get him out of the way. That was Mr. Tapscott. And then Tara Bennett finished the job. She's like, okay, well now we've got him in jail. Let's give him syphilis. Yeah, so there you go. There you go, cunt. And he went nuts. He went crazy, basically. Yeah. Yeah, so there you go. Bit of 5 families histories for you. How you feel, Martin Scorsese? Pretty bad because he's in hell. Suck shit, faggot. Suck shit, you faggot. Ben Stiller just dead. Just got shot dead, by the way. Yeah, just then. Yeah. They were waiting for me to say that, and then they're like, bang, hello, bang. He's like, oh, yeah. Because fuck you, man. Fuck you. Yeah, so that's Hollywood. All of it. All of it. All of Hollywood. All of it is gambling, is mafia. All of it is a massive crime ring. Just like construction in Australia. Filmmaking in America, all of it is a mafia money laundering scheme. There is not one there's not one part of the cinema that isn't corrupt. Everyone, except for this guy. This guy isn't corrupt. Because that guy, oops, this guy isn't corrupt. Because this guy is Mr. Tapscott. Pretty cool, huh? Angelina Jolie is Tara Benham. He's got the smile. See, that's the smile I'm doing. Yeah. So all of you fucking circus turkeys that have been working with Brad Pitt over the years, he's been wearing a wire the whole time. He's been bugged the whole time. Every time you talk to Brad Pitt, every time you've been speaking to Brad Pitt, he has been funneling those conversations directly to the FBI. So Leonardo DiCaprio, well, that creepy pedo shit that you do, you scumbag. Yeah. No pictures of where he went. He is gone. Yeah. You too, Tarantino. Uncle Bully. Yeah, disgusting. Yeah. Anyway. Once upon a time in Hollywood, Mr. Tapscott had to dip in because the fucking mafia had taken over the whole thing. And it's like, bruh, you can't just, why can't we have nice things? Why can't we just have, it's just a movie. It's just a fucking movie. That's all it is. Why do you need to bake murder into it like you fucking spastics? You just had to fuck it up, didn't you? You just had to fuck it up. Anyway. You've been watching No Pictures of Murder podcast by Mr. Tapscott. Man, what a marathon. That's like that was 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Yeah, 2 2-hour episodes. Yeah. Mr. Tapscott, please make sure you get a fucking beer. Because you must be thirsty. I'm very thirsty. Yeah. So, goodbye to the 5 families. We can now, I can now announce that the 5 families have effectively been eradicated from America, from the United States of America. They're gone. All of them. All of them. Even those inside are now gone. They have been eradicated. We can do that. There are special laws that, like, once it's declared a terrorist organization, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, they're enemy combatants. You can take her up. You can just delete them. Yeah. That's it. All right, you're next, cartels. You're fucking next. All right. And just to show you, this is the last thing I'll do for this episode because I am tired and thirsty. We're going to play Google Maps one last time. This is a special present for you, cartel, to say this is what's happening to you next. All right. We're on our way. All right. Fuck you. Yeah, that's why Chris Cappy, we had to trick him. We had to go, we were to war on the cartel. Because he's Gambino as well. He was Gambino. Gambino Assad. Chris Cappy has murdered like 85 people for the Gambino crime family. Yeah. Fucking hell. Joe Rogan, Lucchese crime family, he's murdered 175 people. That's Joe Rogan. Yeah. Yeah. Every guest that Joe Rogan has had on his podcast is also a mafia assassin. It's all like the Joe Rogan podcast, the Joe Rogan experience is the mafia. That's like the mafia propaganda channel, basically. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. How'd they go with that stroke? J-Paul? Yeah, great. Very effective. Fantastic. Okay, you are getting
14 R9X, nicknamed the Ninja. This Hellfire missile is fired like any other regular missile.
incoming.
On reaching its target, 6 rotating blades open up and cuts the target into pieces. No explosion, no collateral damage. This missile was also used to eliminate Al Qaeda leader Al Zawahiri, who was standing in the balcony of his house. Nobody was harmed in the house except him. A brilliant piece of engineering by Lockheed Martin. On 26 February 2017,
enjoy.
a missile.
You're next. Your next cartel. So now the mafia is gone. Yakuza, we're about halfway there. Yeah, but five families, the Gambino, all the five families are gone, deleted. They're not coming back. They're gone forever. Yeah. So that was, but you, please don't thank me. No, U.S. military. I'm just the guy that made the video. I'm just like telling you. I'm just telling you what happened. I didn't do anything. Like U.S. military. Yeah. I was integral to the plan, but like you went to jail. Yeah, I know. But, yeah. But like, U.S. military. Yeah. And like everyone out there has gone like, yep. All the patients, like the amount of patients that was required for the FBI to just sit there and watch the whole thing. Go, fuck. So, you murdered another one. You fucking man. Diane Keaton. Who got her? Steve Martin, Swiss Nazi. He's gone to Guantanamo. Fuck you, Steve Martin. Yeah, from everyone. Because Diane Keaton was basically the only person, and that's why they got her, because she was the only person in Hollywood who wasn't either a Swiss Nazi or a fucking mafioso. She was the only one that wasn't being protected by anyone. And so that's why I was like, okay, who can we take out? Anyone. She'll do. Yep. Fuck you. Steve Martin has murdered 95 people. Yeah, and no one was prosecuted. But it's Steve Martin. Americana, Bullfinger. That guy, Three Amigos, But, yeah, Parenthood. Steve Martin. But, and so no one would touch him. No, it's like, there are 95 deaths connected to Steve Martin. Should we investigate? Like, no, he's Steve Martin. No, can't investigate him. The fuck? Can I talk to the police chief? Should we investigate Steve Martin? It's like, no, can't investigate him. Steve Martin. Can I talk to the mayor? Sure. Can you investigate Steve Martin? Can't investigate him. Steve Martin. Can't investigate Steve Martin. It's Steve Martin. Can I talk to the governor? I'll be back. Like, are you in the mafia yourself? Like, no. Can I talk to the fucking president? Like, should we investigate Steve Martin? Like, no way. I'm President Trump. Yeah. He's Steve Martin. Yeah, like all of that shit. I was saying, he wants the good times, the rock and roll, the pop stars. That was to trick him. Like, we're coming for the mafia. We're coming for the mafia. It's like, yeah, we love all these mafia. We love Sly Stallone. He can do 3 years in jail and that'll be enough for the 180 murders he's committed. Fuck me. Unbelievable. Anyway. Yeah. Now, so the US military has like, okay, if the law enforcement isn't going to, and the president isn't going to enforce the rule of law in the United States of America and defend the Constitution, we will. Because that's in there. The military can step in if the president fails. That's in there. The vice president's in charge now. J.D. Vance is in charge, and he is trusted with a capital T. More on that later. Pete Hegseth is gone. Rubio is gone. Rubio was Gambino. Yeah. All those the Nazis in there. Yeah. So that's the thing. They're all fighting everything. They're all trying to stop. It was Nazis trying to stop Trump from getting into office because it was just like a rivalry between Swiss Nazis and fucking the mafia. That's all it was. Again, it was like Ladbrokes fighting Tabcorp. And secretly in the background, we were watching the whole thing. Like, okay, cool. Yeah. And then when the time was right, like, all right, we'll take out these fuckers. Fuck you, Skull and Bones. Fuck you, CIA. And then when they're gone, then they'll think we're fighting for them. And then when they're gone, it's like, no, okay, you're next to. So now they're all gone. So you're welcome. The United States of America, you've got your country back. No more suppression of black people, please. Hopefully not anymore, because that was who was doing it. It was the mafia. If it wasn't the mafia, it was the Swiss Nazis. Like, we'll just suppress them because we can. They're already oppressed. We'll just keep doing it. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, well, easy. They're easy to suppress. Well, there were heaps of real estate now. About 1 million people have been deleted in the United States of America in the last 48 hours. Yeah, about 1 million people. Cartel associates, 5 family associates, 300,000 in the last 12 hours. 300,000, 5 family full members and associate members have been deleted. Canada is doing the same thing. Canada is now bikie gang free. Yeah, no more Rock Machine in Canada. No more Hells Angels in Canada. All the bikies is the same thing. They did exactly the same thing. Just tag all the bikies. They tagged them all, and then when the time was right, they went bang. The military had special forces, like bang, 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 bang. That's how you do it, guys. Yeah. A couple of airstrikes in there. Yeah. Your next cartel, we're coming. We're coming. Yeah. You'll be watching No Pictures About It podcast by Mr. Tabsco. I'm Mr. Tabsco. Time on out. We'll see me extremely soon. Don't forget to remind them, we're getting married. Kitty Callahan was here as well. Kitty Callahan, Tyrant Auto. Doesn't matter. We don't have to do the Tyrant Auto thing anymore. The whole time, no. Kitty Callahan, Tyrant Auto was AFP's team. Yeah, it's just a front. Thanks, Chumps. Thanks for playing. Sylvia Jeffries, my executive producer. Thank you for getting a biscuit. Will you do one last biscuit each for me? Oh, do I have? I do. I've got one left. I've got one left for you. You were watching No Pictures About a podcast by Mr. Tabsco. I'm Mr. Tabsco. See you in hell.